Have you ever noticed something strange about wealthy people? They'll spend thousands of dollars to save a single hour. But they'll never waste an hour just to save a few dollars. To most people, that sounds irrational. Why would someone pay hundreds of dollars for a faster flight? Why hire assistants? Why pay for convenience? Why outsource simple tasks? Because rich people understand something that most people don't. Money can be earned again. Time cannot. Every successful millionaire eventually reaches the same conclusion. Time is the most valuable asset you'll ever own. Once a minute passes, no amount of money can ever buy it back. Today's video isn't about making more money. It's about understanding why wealthy people protect their time more than their bank accounts. Because once you begin thinking this way, everything changes. Imagine someone offers you $1 million. You'd probably accept immediately. Now imagine someone offers you 1 extra year of life. Would you choose the money or the time? Most people instinctively understand that life itself is priceless. Yet every single day, they trade hours for things they don't even remember buying. The wealthy think differently. They don't ask, "How much does this cost?" They ask, "How much of my life does this cost?" That simple question changes everything. Average people often calculate money. Millionaires calculate time. When they purchase something, they aren't spending dollars. They're spending hours of life. A luxury watch can be replaced. A luxury car can be replaced. A business can even be rebuilt. But yesterday can never be relived. That's why wealthy people become obsessed with protecting their schedules. Not because they're busy, because they understand opportunity cost. Every unnecessary meeting, every pointless conversation, every distraction, steals something that can never be recovered. Think about the world's richest entrepreneurs. Many of them own private jets. People assume it's about luxury. Often, it's about time. Saving 3 hours on every trip eventually becomes hundreds of hours each year. Hundreds of hours become new companies, new ideas, new investments, new opportunities. The wealthy don't buy convenience. They buy time. Successful people rarely clean every room in their homes. They rarely mow every lawn. They rarely answer every email themselves. Not because they're incapable, because they understand leverage. If they can pay someone $50 to save 2 hours, and use those 2 hours creating thousands of dollars in value, the decision becomes obvious. The average person sees an expense. The wealthy see an investment. One of the biggest mistakes people make is believing they're saving money while wasting time. Driving across town to save $5. Standing in line for hours. Repeating tasks that could be automated. Doing everything themselves. The wealthy constantly ask, "Is this the highest value use of my time?" If the answer is no, they look for a better solution. Rich people also understand that every yes costs something. When you say yes to unnecessary meetings, you're saying no to your family. When you say yes to endless scrolling, you're saying no to learning. When you say yes to procrastination, you're saying no to future opportunities. Every yes creates another no. That's why successful people become incredibly selective. Not because they're arrogant, because they understand priorities. Another reason wealthy people value time more than money is compounding. Money compounds, but time compounds too. Reading 30 minutes every day doesn't seem impressive until 10 years pass. Learning one new skill each year doesn't seem life-changing until 20 years pass. Small investments of time eventually create extraordinary results. The wealthy trust compounding, while others chase quick wins. Millionaires patiently build long-term advantages. 1 hour spent learning can produce income for decades. 1 hour exercising can improve health for years. 1 hour with family can create memories that last forever. 1 hour planning can prevent months of mistakes. Time invested wisely produces returns that money alone cannot buy. That's why rich people carefully choose where every hour goes. The wealthy don't confuse being busy with being productive. Being busy often feels important. But movement isn't progress. Someone can answer emails all day, attend meetings all afternoon, and accomplish almost nothing. Another person spends 2 focused hours solving one important problem, and transforms an entire business. Millionaires measure outcomes, not activity. Distractions are expensive. Social media steals attention. Notifications interrupt focus. Entertainment fills empty moments. None of these seem dangerous individually. But together, they quietly consume years. The wealthy protect attention because attention controls time, and time controls results. Successful people also invest heavily in health. Because poor health steals time. Low energy reduces productivity. Stress destroys focus. Burnout shortens careers. Health isn't separate from wealth. It's one of the foundations of wealth. A healthy body creates productive days. Productive days create valuable years. Rich people schedule thinking. Most people fill every empty moment with noise. Music, television, scrolling. The wealthy often protect quiet time. Because great decisions require clear thinking. Many million-dollar ideas begin with uninterrupted reflection. Thinking isn't wasting time, it's multiplying future results. Another fascinating difference is patience. Average people want immediate rewards. Rich people often delay rewards. They plant trees knowing someone may enjoy the shade years later. They build businesses that require years to grow. They invest consistently without expecting overnight success. Patience allows time to perform its magic. Money can disappear overnight. Markets crash. Businesses fail. Economies change. But knowledge remains. Skills remain. Experience remains. Relationships remain. That's why wealthy people spend time building themselves. Because once your abilities increase, you can rebuild almost anything. Freedom is the ultimate reason rich people value time more than money. Money alone means very little. Time with family matters. Time to travel matters. Time to create matters. Time to enjoy life matters. Money simply gives people greater control over their time. And that's the real goal. Not endless wealth, but meaningful freedom. Imagine reaching the end of your life. No one wishes they had answered more emails. No one wishes they had spent more hours worrying. Most people wish they had spent more time with loved ones. Created more memories. Learned more. Experienced more. Lived more. The wealthy understand this earlier than most. That's why they work hard to buy back their time. Not because they love money. Because they love freedom. Starting today, ask yourself one simple question before making any commitment. Is this worth my time? Not your money, your time. Because every hour is a piece of your life. Spend it carefully. Protect it fiercely. Invest it wisely. Money can always return. Time never does. And that's why rich people value time far more than money.